Well, today we're taking a delicious tactic and changing it up just a bit. Let's jump in and see what I mean. This one is called the 424 Bombyte tweak. Now, the tweak is basically someone had taken a delicious story tactic and tweaked it a bit to suit more of his needs. Basically saying that he switched the 442 to a 424 for easier player recruitment, removed dribble more and take more risk instructions from the IW. The IW Sigurd Volante and IWB combination seems to be doing wonders in this ME. So there are some changes to this. As always, credits go to the original creators of this tactic as Blau and Delicious. So definitely want to keep that in mind. Again, I did not create this tactic, this tweak of the Delicious tactic. Someone else is doing this all for them and for others to take a look at. There is a video on the page I got this from, so definitely check it out. Usually it tells you how they came about with it, or at least the tweaks that they did in this case, how it worked for them, who they use, things like that. But we're going to check it out with our three teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town. So with all that said, let's dive into the Premier League and see how our teams did. Well, taking a look at the Premier League table, it looked pretty nice. Liverpool in first, 89 points, 9 points above Chelsea, 111 goals. Very well done. And Aston Villa in fourth place with 73 points. That is more of an average for them, but 97 goals is pretty nice as well. Liverpool's schedule, unfortunately, domestic cups out in the Carabao Cup fourth round in penalties against Nottingham Forest, so that's pretty abysmal. However, you beat Aston Villa along the way in the FA Cup, getting to the finals against Newcastle and winning 4-4 in penalties. You may have won, but that's a lot to concede. And getting to the Europa League final, a 3-1 win over Atalanta after beating Italian as well, AS Roma. So interesting job, but very well done. So overall, 3 trophies is a phenomenal season. They falter in the Carabao Cup, but oh well. And you do have some green to look at the squad, but 56 appearances there for Alisson, always pretty nice and up there. 32 goals for Nunez, 31 for Jota, McAllister with 20 himself. Assists, 22 for Salah, 17 for Diaz, very well done there. And Luis Diaz gets the top billing with 7-4-1. Aston Villa unfortunately losing out immediately in the Carabao Cup third round 2-6. That one hurt, and their penalties in the 90th. That just is insane. That's awful. And we already saw that they lost out in the semifinals to Liverpool 1-3. However, they do get all the way to the Europa Conference League final, beating Lille handily 6-0. Ouch. And taking a look at the data hub for Liverpool, through and through attacking. The dribbles are up there. The crossing percentage is not too bad either. Defensively, it looks about average. I mean, you've got some strong pieces to it. They always do. 2.92 goals per game is pretty nice. 0.89 conceded, 0.95 XG against is pretty average, but still pretty nice. Aston Villa, I mean, they've got some strong attacking numbers. They're just not to the tops like you'd like them to see. Defensively, they are down a little bit, actually. But taking a look at the general performance, 2.55 goals per game, 1.37 conceded, 1.43 XG against is a little bit above normal. Taking a look at the Premier League stats this time, 2.34 points per game for Liverpool, 1.92 for Aston Villa. Most goals, 1 and 2, 111-97. That is a phenomenal result considering Arsenal in third is 77. Fewest shots against in third for Liverpool, 288. Aston Villa with 424. Most possession, Liverpool making the list with 52%. Dribbles made, Liverpool with 750. Aston Villa with 704. Liverpool actually making the list of most tackles, won with 875. A great defensive position. Unfortunately, no best pass completion, but most shots for it, 761 for Liverpool, 594 for Aston Villa. But now, how did our championship side of Ipswich Town fare? Unfortunately, they lie in third place and they missed out on the playoffs, at least the final. But they get 95 points, 95 goals. Not too bad, I guess. However, we've seen better. Yeah, they didn't get to the final. They lose out in the semifinals against Bristol City in penalties. Domestic Cups, unfortunately, out in the Carabao Cup third round against Manchester City. I mean, getting sent off in the 8th doesn't help, but it's still Man City. FA Cup fifth round, 2-4 against Arsenal. Really tough teams to beat. Competition-wise, overall, I mean, you got to third, so you're in the playoffs. Unfortunately, you just need a bit of a push to get to that 1 or 2 spots. Unfortunately, you didn't make it this time. FA Cup, Carabao Cup, not great, but what do you expect? Squad-wise, they've got a couple in the green, but appearances, not bad. Wolfenden with 49 plus 2. Goals, 14 for George Hurst. I mean, you really wanted that boosted up a bit. Yildiz comes in, though, with 10. Assists, 12 for Leif Davis, 11 for Connor Chaplin. Average rating, 710 for George Hurst. Championship stats: most points per game, third place 1.98, most goals in first with 98, fewest shots against in eighth with 443. You got most dribbles made in third with 897. They do make the most tackles list with 6 with 1078, and then most shots for in first with flat 800. So what kind of tactic talk would it be if it didn't actually take a look at the tactics? So sweeper, keeper, and defend is where we start. Inverted wingbacks on the left and the right in support. Ball playing defenders in the central spots in defend. 2 Segunda Volantes in attack, which does tend to work a lot of times. Inverted wingers in support, and 2 advanced forwards in attack up front. Balanced mentality, in possession attacking with the standard. Approach plays pass into space. Underlap on the left and the right. Focus play down the left and the right. Passing directness is shorter. Tempo is higher. Low crosses and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly and roll it out. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much lower defensive line. That is a massive space right there. Trigger press much more often, prevent your goalkeeper distribution, and get stuck in. But now overall, how did it do for our 3 teams? Well, I mean, not bad, I guess. You got Ipswich Town in third place, but still 1 more point you could have gotten into second. You got 5 more points you could have gotten into first, but overall, it happens. Unfortunately, it just wasn't their season to get through the playoffs or into a non-playoff need promotion spot. But they got third. Something to work with, a little bit more money next season. Liverpool and Aston Villa, though, doing fairly well. First and fourth is pretty nice. I mean, it is 89 points is a little bit more than their average generally. 73 points is about bang on average for them, maybe a little bit low, actually. But overall, the season did okay for them. Again, though, as I usually say, if you took control of this, you could do a much better job than what happened here. This is a flat sim. I took control of nothing. My coaches did everything for me. But you take control of match shouts, training tactics, medical staff issues, and things like that. I definitely think you could climb the ranks. Ipswich Town could probably get into the top 2, and you could do fairly well. But in this case, it didn't work flat out for the teams, but it wasn't too bad. But that's it for me, Savvy FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.